Hey everyone, I'm Liam. I'm the Vice President of Activities and Development here at KCLSU. My agenda and priority number one this year was to reduce the barriers for student groups to put on activities. I spoke to hundreds of committee members and students alike to ask them what these barriers were. I looked into having one booking system between KCLSU timetabling services and venues for transparency and ease for students who were really struggling to get anything booked. We've had a commitment from college to a 24-hour response time for all bookings put through their system. The college were considering increasing the 14 days advance notice for booking space to 21 days. Through the lobbying of the college and venue team, I've got an agreement that if there are no external speakers, the 14-day period will remain. I've demanded more to be done with tutus, including projector speakers, and of course our great new media suite that has developed over the past few months. Having been to the Principal's Activities team, I've got a commitment that nothing external will be taking tutus from now on, and we'll be looking at developing more and more space and facilities for our students for the future. I've got the college to agree to waive the fee to booking rooms if your event benefits students, the college or the public. King's venues have also agreed not to make societies use King's food, as long as only nibbles and small volumes of soft drinks are brought in and the room is left clean. And next steps are to extend the open hours of New Hunt's House and for weekend opening hours around all campuses.
Hi, I'm Areeb. I'm the Vice President of Education for the Arts and the Sciences, and here's what I've been up to over the last few months. BME Attainment. Nationally, there is a 20% attainment gap between BME students and their white counterparts, and at King's it's no different. Last year, I worked with the Ethnic Minority Officer to get this issue to the top of the university's agenda, which led to a research project investigating why the attainment gap exists at KCL. I'm now working with the newly formed Ethnic Minority Association to address issues from our whitewashed curriculums with no non-white authors on our reading list, to the horrific statistic that there are only 85 black professors in the whole of the UK. GTA pay. Many PhD students aspire to become academics and are in desperate need of teaching experience, so many take up the role of becoming a graduate teaching assistant, often known as GTAs. Over the last few months, I've been finding out about the experiences of GTAs across the arts and science faculties. These students have now formed a coalition seeking to assess the state of GTA pay at KCL, and we'll be releasing a survey at the end of this month. Once the results are in, we'll be able to analyse which aspects of their pay they are unhappy with, and start to build pressure on the college to address these. Free education. Free education is a right and not a privilege, and KCLSU has historically played a huge part in shaping the national discourse. Last year, I built support for the National Free Education demo that saw over 300 King's students in attendance. This was followed by a sit-in on the 3rd of October. These actions are just the beginning of building broad support for free education. We'll continue to talk about free education and its benefits, as well as contributing to national action to influence future education policy.
Hi, I'm Sophia, the Vice President for Health Education. Here's what I've been working on. Support for NHS-funded students. This campaign aims to reduce the financial pressure for those on NHS-funded courses and years of study. I've spoken to many students across the health schools about the financial burden they face and have brought them together to form a core campaign team. The issue that requires urgent attention is the threat of these students losing access to hardship funding. This was due to happen in March, but through pressuring the university, they have agreed to extend access until July 2015. However, there is no funding secured after that, so the focus of this campaign will be to maintain access for the long-term future. Additionally, we will be campaigning for King's to improve the process of claiming back practice placement expenses and increase awareness of other financial support available. On a national level, we will be calling for an increase to the maintenance loan. Fit to sit. My aim is to reduce the number of students that are disadvantaged by the mitigating circumstances procedure, especially due to the current Fit to Sit policy. A highlight for me was getting the College Assessment and Standards Committee to agree to review this procedure. This will allow me to present recommendations on how to make these processes work better for students with mitigating circumstances. We hope for this to be implemented by the 2015-16 academic year. Positive Minds. This campaign is all about creating a positive atmosphere to talk about mental health and giving students the confidence to look after their own well-being. I have been working closely with the Nightingale Student Council and the Faculty of Nursing Midwifery to set up a Positive Minds course. This course is currently only available to nursing and midwifery students, but depending on its success could lead to the expansion across more faculties.
Hi, I'm Jamie, I'm the Vice President for Welfare and Community, and here's an update on what I've been working on so far this year. Affordable Accommodation campaign. Our aim is to ensure that more students with low and middle budgets can access and afford halls, as well as meet their other essential costs without it impacting their studies. At the start of term, we spoke to hundreds of students to find out the key issues and build support for the campaign. We've opened dialogue with the university by presenting a paper to the principal, meeting with the head of residences, and writing an open letter outlining our concerns. We've also taken direct action at an applicant's open day to put pressure on the university to act. This has resulted in the university looking at various pricing models to increase the number of affordable rooms across all residences. We are currently at the negotiating table for rent setting, and the focus now is to secure 25% of rooms at a price of under £150 per week. I'm confident that we can win this issue in time for next year. Mental health. I pushed for KCLSU and King's to jointly sign the Time to Change pledge on the 10th of December. This is a pledge to commit to decreasing mental health stigma and prejudice, as well as improving support at both our university and students' union. The most significant commitments pledged are an outreach programme, a peer support scheme, and mental health first aid training. I believe this will make a huge difference to the lives of many students at King's for years to come. Working Class History Month. This month we are focusing on the history and achievements of the working class around the world in the struggle to end classism, with KCLSU's first ever Working Class History Month. I work to encourage societies to apply to the fund to put on events that will reach this aim. There are some fantastic activities lined up, including the Politics Society producing a special edition of Dialogue, Labour Society screening Pride, and Marxist Society holding an introduction to Marx's analysis of the class system.
Hello, I'm Sebastian, I'm the President of the Students' Union. There are 4 campaigns I want to talk to you about. The first one is this summer's Save Our Staff campaign. This campaign successfully stopped the university's plans to make 120 academics redundant in health schools, which would have had a detrimental impact on teaching and quality of research. Secondly, the London Living Wage campaign. After a year-long campaign, we won London Living Wage for all student staff at KCLSU. This makes a huge difference for them. We believe that an honest day's work deserves an honest pay, especially for those students that are struggling most with the high cost of living in London. Thirdly, our campaign for free education. Over the past few months we've been campaigning at King's and at national level for a free, fair and funded higher education system. The current system of fees and loans is broken. Universities have to deliver more with less, students are saddled with immense debts, and education simply is not recognised as a public good. In the run up to general election we'll keep making the case for a fundamental overhaul of the system because it is much needed. Also, going forward, we've just started to work on a new campaign called Democratise King, in which we try to overhaul the decision-making at King's. We believe that the current structures are unaccountable, give powers to management, not to students and staff, and mean that our community isn't involved in the decisions that matter most to it. We want to change this. We want to make King's an institution that listens to its students and its staff, and we'll be going forward in the next few months, lobbying the university to change the way it works.